Hi guys, how you going? I am just wanting to talk you through a little bit of a video on how to, and I'm looking at my computer screen here, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to share my screen with you. So what I'm trying to do is show you how to do a targeted Facebook ad. So this is where you've done a post on Facebook and then you've decided that what you want to do is you want to then advertise that post. So it's called boosting. So you'll see sometimes on Facebook you'll have a post that's gotten lots of attention, and Facebook will let you know that it's got lots of attention and invite you to boost that ad. Now you can boost an ad just by clicking on all the defaults and then off it goes and you don't think any more about it. Or you can boost an ad and have it go to a targeted audience for people that you really want to see the ad. So I need to boost an ad for my Quiet Confidence mentoring group, my subscription based group. I've got a post up at the moment inviting people to consider joining the group and letting them know that there's a limited window and then the doors will close again. So what I do, my strategy with promoting access to my mentoring group is to have an intake into the group, and then I shut the doors, and the group sort of absorbs any new members, and they become part of the lovely culture within our group. And then I open the doors again, maybe a month later, for a little while, and I absorb some new members into the group, and then they become absorbed into that lovely culture. So that way we have like a drip feed of new members into the group at regular intervals or semi-regular intervals. This one I think of it really, without the group being swamped and flooded and then the culture getting lost. So what I do to have the limited window for the letting people know that the limited window is open to join the group, I obviously have to promote that. So I do lots of little posts, and then I will boost one or two of those posts during that period of time. So I'm hoping you can see what I'm seeing, which is my screen of my laptop. So I'm in my Quiet Confidence Facebook page, and I will scroll down until I can find the post that I'm wanting to boost. So it's coming, thinking. Coming down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Gosh, it takes a while with a slow internet connection. And here it is. So this is the post that I thought I would boost. Facebook's already told me it's had a little bit of attention, so we can see it's already reached 393 people. So that's the organic reach. And then what we can do is boost the post by clicking on boost. Easy. So you click on boost your post. And then Facebook asks you some questions. So the objective is, what results would you like from this post? Messages, so engage and chat with potential customers. Now you can change that. You can change that to engagement, reactions and comments, so more people engaging with the post itself. But I'm quite keen to have people connect with me on this particular post. Who am I targeting is the next question. Who's my audience? So you can see here, who's my audience? People you choose through targeting, or people who already like the page, or people who like your page and their friends. And I've got a little Quiet Confidence group already for another ad that I've got running, and that one's running into America. So that's letting people know in America that I'm also available for mentoring. So what I can do is I can say people who I choose through targeting. This is the Australian population, so that's fine. And then 24 to 50 female. And this is the key. These are coming up as options because these are the ones that I've most commonly indicated in the past. So these are the people that I'm typically looking for. Of course, men are welcome into my group, but the people who are most likely to be looking, so the majority of people who are likely to be looking are these 25 to 50-year-old women. And then we have, bear with me, we scroll down. Just checking that I haven't missed the bit. So I think I can edit that. Right, when I click on edit audience, I can keep those defaults that I've already got. Now I can change the location here. So I can delete all of those and just put Australia, or I can delete all of them and just put Sydney. But what I've got here, you'll notice I've predominantly got capital cities. So this is where most of my target population is. This is actually, I've got Cairns and Townsville in there. This is actually, these are the locations that were from a recruitment drive. So I was targeting people who lived near universities. So I'm just going to put Australia as my location. Why is it not letting me drop a pin? We'll just go Australia. And country. And okay. Then we come down to demographics. Now this is the interesting part. You get to choose what sort of people you're targeting based on the interests that they've got, the data that they've got stored in Facebook. Now some of this will come from information they've put on their profile, so people might put where they're working, or they might put what their profession is, or they might put where they went to uni. So you can have a look at suggestions, and these pop up again because these are ones that I've already looked at before. So I will click all of these: ClinPsych, psych, psychiatrist, psychotherapy, psychiatry, psychologist in private practice, and then it gets hard to scroll down. Because what I'm appealing to with this particular group, with my mentoring group, is anybody in the mental health professions. So I'm actually incorporating all of the suggested demographics that relate to the mental health professions. So you can see some of them are coming in under universities, some of them are coming in under employers. Now, I've actually cheated a little bit because I've already got these suggestions here. But I can show you, if you bear with me, how you can actually find these suggestions. Because if this is the first time you're boosting an ad, you're not going to have these suggestions already coming up for you. Gosh, there's so many. I can't even see how many there are. Obviously, I've spent rather a bit of time. You can see what I'm doing. These are popping up under suggestions, and I'm clicking on them all just to get them all in there, because they're all popping in under different headings once they come into the actual window there. So if I can just click all of those in, see Master of Social Work, and they'll be coming in under Bachelor Degree of Social Work. They'll be coming in under areas of study. So we'll get through this soon. Oh, social work. Now we're sort of coming into. Thanks, darling. I'm just recording a video for everybody to watch later. Sexual assaults, social worker, marriage family therapist. See how it's getting a little bit more obtuse, like it's broadened the window now. So Violence Against Women Act, that could be anybody interested in that particular act. Marriage family therapist, I'll click on that, and so on. So you can see how there's lots. Now, if I had, instead of letting the suggestions come up, because I've run a number of Facebook ads before, the number of suggestions are quite targeted to my interest areas based on the ads I've run before. But as my first ad, what I would do is I would click here on Browse, and in Browse you get to then click on Demographics. So click on Demographics and you get Education, and you get level of education, fields of studies, universities, and so on. So if you go fields of study, and you can click on psychology. We'll click on that one. So it's only going to bring up things that I haven't already added. We can click on social work, Master of Social Work. And they're not letting me click them because they're already in. But you can see how you can actually choose your own demographics. Then can you take that over to the bench and do that for yourself, darling? School holidays, trying to juggle. So we go back to Browse, go back to Demographics, and we can look at other things: financial, home, life events, So if you're advertising, say you're advertising a group program and it's a parenting program, you're going to want to click on things like life events, new baby, or life events, married, or relationships, married, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. And now what you can see down here is they give you a little bit of a gauge here to indicate what kind of an audience you've defined by the parameters you've set. So it says here, your audience size is defined. Good work. Henny, can you just keep the noise down just a little bit? Thanks, darling. Potential reach 1.5 million people. So you can see here on the gauge that you can have an audience that's far too specific. So if you've said Catholic parents, one child, living in Bendigo, and whatever it might be, that's a very, very limited number of people that your ad's going to reach. So, Facebook might give you that little warning there that your audience is too specific and you're not going to get a lot of bang for your buck. Similarly, though, your audience could be too broad. So if your audience is too broad, it's having like a scatter bomb, and that means that your money is not going to have, similarly, not going to have as much bang for your buck, because it's going to be lots of people that aren't going to be interested in your product are also going to see your ad. So you save that. Now, hang on. We're just double checking. That's editing my audience. Good. So I've checked everything I need to check and I saved that. And then it brings me back to this main screen. Okay, so you can see all the demographics have entered into here. Don't be put off by how many are in there. That's because I've clicked on everything that popped up. Okay. I could easily just click on people who like my page, because of course I'm marketing this product to people who are interested in what I'm already doing. Also run the promotion on Instagram. I've got that ticked. Now then we get to the nitty gritty. Now the dollars. So if I paid the default suggestion here of $39, I can reach an estimated 350 to 1.2 or 1,200 people per day for 7 days. You can see that's highlighted with the ad running until the 25th of April. Now, I don't want my ad to run for 7 days because I don't know that my group's going to be open that long. So I want to run this ad until a specified date. So today is Wednesday the 18th. I'm going to let the ad run until Monday, I think. So we'll put that there. You can see already that's affected, because it's a narrower window, it's affected how many more people will see the ad. But if I spend more dollars, even more. So remember, my target audience had the potential to reach 1.5 million people. I don't want my 1.5 million people in my group. But so what we can do is we can say, choose your own dollars. So what if we put $50 in there? What would that give me? So a little bit more, 500 to 1,600 people. If I put, let's just go silly for a minute. If I put $200 in there, what does that give me? 1.5 to 5,000 people per day. So think about it. Think about how many people you want to see your ad. So if I was doing some marketing for my book when it comes out, I'm going to be doing some Facebook marketing for my book, and I'll be wanting as many people as possible to see that. And especially my second book, my Quiet Confidence book, which will appeal, I hope, to people beyond mental health professions, and that will be promoted far more widely. The thing to remember, and if you follow Gary Vee or Gary Vaynerchuk, you'll know, because he talks about this a lot, that Australian Facebook advertising is incredibly cheap compared to what you would pay. So you pay to advertise something on television, you're going to pay an awful lot of money with no guarantee that anyone's going to see it. In Facebook, you've got target audience. Most people are on Facebook. You've got a targeted audience, and you're paying relatively cheap dollars. So I would not spend $200 on a Facebook ad for this particular group. I only want, about 5 or so people into my group as a new cohort. So I need to have a narrower focus. And I don't need to spend that much money. So I can spend the $39 that was proposed, and that's $430 to $1,400 a day, or I could go lower than that, I think. Let's go $20. Total budget of $20. That's 270 to 1,000 people a day. That's okay. Happy to do that. So this tells you then you'll spend an average of $4 per day, and this ad will run for 5 days until the 23rd of April. And that's Let's just check out, see what happens if I put $10. $10. 120 to 480 people per day. So we've saved that. Now I think I have the option to name that cohort. I'm just going to name that, see if I can name that. I edit the audience. It doesn't give me that option. I've somehow edited and named the other audience, but I can't remember how I've edited this one. Can't do it for some reason. Oh, it might ask me after I've actually done the ad. So look, I'm going to put just $10 on this particular ad, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back in and do the ad again, just targeting people who like my page. So I'm actually going to run the ad twice. Now there'll be a little bit of double exposure, but rather than spend $20 on one ad, I'm going to split that into 2 ads, and then I think that's a better value for what I'm trying to achieve here, because there are people that are, you know, friends of, following this page, that they're the people that are most likely going to want to join. Now what you can also see over here is you've got, this is the desktop newsfeed. This is how it will appear, your ad will appear on somebody's desktop. So you can see that I've added a send a message option. Got my image there, which is a bit arresting. So you don't see a lot of stark black and white photography on Facebook. So I've very deliberately chosen an image that is quite arresting. And then I've got words in there for people to read. Here's what the mobile version, this is how it looks on a phone. Okay, same, and here's how it's going to look on Instagram. It's nice. Okay, so then I just have to do, all I need to do then is click boost. Submitting your promotion. So then what happens is the Facebook gods assess whether or not your ad is appropriate. So you've got your budget summary here. PayPal will be billed. Your next bill will arrive when you spend $320 of your budget. Well, I don't get that bit. And the promotion will also run on Instagram. So it's $10 a day for 5 days. So the ad's going to cost me about $50. Oh, is it $4 a day? Oh, I can't remember. Total budget, $10, sorry. That's right, I got myself confused there. Then you get the option, add $39 and 1 more day. You don't need to do that. By clicking that add button, and this is a trick, be careful, because I've done this by mistake before, thinking that's an exit button or a save button. That's actually adding more money and another day to your bill. You don't want to do that. So all you need to do when you get to this screen is close it. You can go and boost another post, but you just need to close that, and then your ad is done. So shoot me through any questions if you've got them. I hope that that has all recorded really nicely. I will run through it all again if need be. I can't even see where my screen flow is, but we will figure that out in due course. Let's see, what have we got here? That's not screen flow. Stop recording. That looks like it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye.